Dearest What Culture, my name is Simon Miller. Because you've clicked play on this YouTube video, you are about to watch the latest episode for Raw Ups and Downs, where we go through WWE's Monday night program and we give the good bits an up and we give the bad bits a down. I said latest episode, but what if you're watching this in like 2092? Maybe YouTube doesn't even exist and this is like some kind of relic, and even then you'll watch it and you'll go, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. Forget it, let's up those downs. A powerful start to Raw, and it was like going on a roller coaster of emotions. Get it up. Ronda Rousey came out, before she did anything, she paid tribute to Jim Neidhart, who very sadly passed away over the last couple of days, and gave a shout out to Natalya, who of course is the daughter of the Anvil. And obviously everybody here at What Culture does send our condolences to the family. It's just one of those situations that sucks all around. When all that was done, she turned her attention to Women's Champion Alexa Bliss and said that come SummerSlam, her time was over because Ronda Rousey is going to chase down her Women's Championship. And then she introduced Ember Moon onto the Raw set because it was time for Ember Moon to have a little match. Eventually, of course, that did mean that Alexa Bliss and Alicia Fox came out and they were mad at Ronda Rousey saying, hey, you get preferential treatment because you think you're this big star just because you're in the UFC. Well, we found a way to even up the odds, and they brought out a bunch of security guards. Bad idea. Alexa shoved Ember Moon into Rousey and that was that. Ronda went nuts and she beat up all these security guards. She did it so badly that the last one, he just pegged it. He ran off because he knew, I don't want to get my ass kicked by Ronda Rousey. That's going to hurt. I'd rather be in the back eating some chicken. In short, Ronda came off great here and the crowd absolutely loved her. And I tell you, by Jove, I think we got a star on our hands. Well, she's already a star. She's already a mainstream star. Everyone knows who she is, but you know what I'm talking about. She's a wrestling star. She's going to do well. Then we had a match between Ember Moon and Alexa Bliss. Getting up. Now, really, it was just nice to have a break from the endless cycle of Ember Moon taking on Liv Morgan or Sarah Logan, whoever, that happened week after week. And she looked really good here because she's a pretty decent wrestler. Basically, this just ended in one big messy DQ, and the ref kept seeing Alicia Fox doing stuff on the outside, so he had to throw the match out. Ronda made the save, and then she stood there all like, I'm going to be the champ. It just ties into everything I said a few seconds ago. I think Ronda Rousey's going to go on and be very good. Then we had a nothing segment between Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Kurt Angle and his little lackey was arguing, so like, yeah, it's definitely a man. Man, we're supposed to be friends, we're not friends, we hate each other, authority. And then Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler turned up and were like, where is Seth Rollins? We're meant to sign a contract later for our IC title match at SummerSlam, and he's not here. And Angle's like, calm down, he's having traffic problems, he'll be here, get out my face. Which brought us to Senor Corbin and his little storyline for the night, which was because now he is the Constable, he can make matches, so he's going to book himself against Tyler Breeze, and he was going to screw around with Finn Balor as well. And Baron did defeat Breeze in about 3 minutes. I mean, it was the definition of a squash match. And then it turned out not only was Finn going to have to take on Jinder Mahal, but he'd also put Kevin Owens in the match. So it was a handicap bout because screw you, Finn Balor. I want to punish you just because you're a little small guy. Stupid. Angle then arrived on the scene though, and he was like, look, I don't like what you're doing here and why I can't cancel the match. I can certainly add to it. So you know what, Finn? You've got a partner. And of course it was Braun Strowman. Now I will say all of this was fun, but the last bit, what are you talking about, Kurt Angle? What are you talking about? So you can't cancel a match, but you can add people to it, but you just add one if you're going to do that, and you're annoyed about what Baron Corbin did? Why didn't you just add 72,894 wrestlers to this match? That makes no sense. Nobody has the power to adjust but not cancel. That's stupid. Down. As for the match itself though, you know what? It was a joy to watch. It's getting an up, and Braun Strowman came across like a star because the fans just loved him. The highlight came when Braun used Sunil Singh as a battering ram, and that was essentially the concept of the entire match. Eventually he also slammed Jinder Mahal with a running power slam, 1, 2, 3. That was that. Then he chased Kevin Owens out of there as Baron Corbin beat up on Finn Balor. More backstage stuff with Angle, McIntyre and Ziggler, and Dolph was going, look, if Rollins ain't going to turn up, we're going to have to cancel the match because if he doesn't sign the contract, it's not official. Something tells me, I just got a little teeny weeny feeling in my stomach that Seth Rollins is going to turn up eventually. Then a really weird bit with Elias followed, and it made me raise my eyebrow because for starters, JoJo introduced Ricky Roberts, just some local guitar guy who got in the ring and said that he loves Elias and basically that he's his hero. That went absolutely nowhere until Elias came out and said he didn't know who this jabroni was, but he does know that he's got a concert in Saturday on New York and he wants everyone to come, and he actually does have a concert on Saturday in New York. I looked it up, you can buy tickets. Bobby Lashley soon turned up and he was all annoyed at the former Drifter because he wants to get him some new shtick As he was doing this, he didn't see that Ricky Roberts was sneaking up behind him, and he smashed him with a guitar. Because we don't know who Ricky Roberts is, and we know that Bobby Lashley's a powerhouse, it did nothing, and he whammed him with a spine buster. And I tell you this, it did nothing in terms of getting me excited for their match at SummerSlam, getting it down. Tag team title match next. Up. Nothing special aside from a very stupid promo beforehand where Bo Dallas was freaking out because he'd all of a sudden realised as it was a triple threat bout, their odds had gone down. But thankfully, Curtis Axel calmed him down and said, look, don't worry about that, we're still going to win. And they actually did. They retained their titles. They pinned Bray Wyatt after he'd been hit by the Shatter Machine, but unfortunately for Dawson, he didn't see the blind tag. Curtis Axel got in there, threw him out the ring, and took advantage of the prone Wyatt. And again, yeah, that was it. They retained their tag team titles. I also especially like the fact that the Revival did give Matt Hardy a heart attack near the start of the match as a tribute to Jim Neidhart. Thought that was quite classy. That gets an up too. More Dolph Ziggler and Kurt Angle nonsense yet, because Dolph had been through the contract and he realised within it said that both men could have someone in the corner, and he was like, Kurt, why is that in there? Now this was pretty dumb considering that Ziggler literally wants Drew McIntyre in his corner, so why'd he even bring it up, I don't know. But Angle's like, look, you want me to take it out? It's just standard protocol, we can. And yeah, the IC champ was like, no, don't do that. But it did raise the question, who would want to be in Seth Rollins' corner? And that's why this gets an up, because it's a nice little tease. We planted seeds, because who would possibly want to team up with the man that likes to burn things down? Think about it, have a little think, you know what's coming. The Roman and Brock segment was next, and I saw online that some people didn't think this was very good, so you'll have to call me the good for it goat, because I liked it, getting it up. Started with Reigns coming out and saying that he wants to make WWE a better place, but he can't do that until he's gotten rid of Brock Lesnar. That's why he's going to beat his ass on Sunday and send him packing to the UFC, and he's going to send him packing so hard that Lesnar's head is going to be stuck up Dana White's ass, which is a bit much. Nobody wants that. Think how much it would actually hurt if you actually took Brock Lesnar's head and stuck it up Dana White's ass. For starters, you're going to go to jail, because that's definitely assault, but also the pain of Dana White. The asshole's not that big. You can't fit a head up there. And then things got interesting. Paul Heyman did indeed make himself known, and after being humiliated by Brock Lesnar a couple of weeks ago, he said to Roman, look, why don't we team up? Why don't I come aboard your train and I can give you all of Brock Lesnar's secrets and you can beat him at SummerSlam. Clearly Roman didn't buy all of this, and he said, look, that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna win the Universal title and you're gonna have to enjoy being fired. I thought this was really good though, and I could tell that something was gonna happen, but I didn't know which way it was gonna go. And then eventually, Paul Heyman handed some papers to Roman Reigns. That kind of caught him off guard, and he sprayed him in the face with some pepper spray. This allowed the champ to come out, and not only did he put Roman Reigns in a guillotine choke, but he smashed him with an F5, and that was that. Seemingly, but we just don't know, but seemingly, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar have reunited, and maybe everything that happened a fortnight ago was just a ruse. We still don't know. We just don't know. Now, the real interesting point is that the fans were kind of booing and cheering both men, so who knows what kind of reaction they're going to get at SummerSlam. And I will say that I think WWE has done the best job they could with the story that they were trying to tell. But now, as we're only a few days away, for the love of everything, just let Roman Reigns win and let's be done with this. Bobby Roode and Titus Worldwide then beat Mojo Rawley and the Authors of Pain. And it wasn't even that exciting. It wasn't even, well, it was nothing. It was nothing. Bobby Roode just smashed Mojo Rawley with his DDT. 1, 2, 3. So thanks very much for WWE. Thanks very much for allowing me to care about Mojo Rawley for a couple of weeks and then doing this. I mean, what was the point? And why did we call the Authors of Pain up? What did we do that for? They were kicking ass on NXT, we bring them up, don't do nothing, down. We also found out that Roman's eyes are hurting, because of course Roman's eyes are hurting. He got sprayed with pepper spray. What do you think's gonna happen? It was also kind of insinuated that maybe at SummerSlam, he's not gonna be able to see. That seems like quite an intense stipulation. An awesome tribute video to Jim Neidhart aired next. It was just really emotional and really sad, but also quite uplifting as you remembered everything he'd done in the wrestling industry. It of course gets enough. We then also found out that on the SummerSlam kickoff show, the Revival will take on the B Team for the tag team titles. My word, down. Ruby Riott then beat Sasha Banks after a distraction, courtesy of Liv Morgan. And if you're wondering why I'm talking like this, as if I'm reading the football results to you, I would strongly suggest you going back through other episodes of Ups and Downs and getting my feelings about Sasha Banks and Bayley, and yes, the latter was at ringside too. Down. Which brought us to the last segment of Raw, which was of course the long-tagged contract signing for the IC title match between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. And you know what? Wait for it. Give me a 1, 2, 3. No one around to shout 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, up. As you already know, the story here was whether Rollins was actually going to turn up, and Dolph Ziggler pushed that hard by saying, well, if he doesn't, this match is not going to happen, it's off, and Seth Rollins is also an idiot for always pandering to the fans because he had tried that for years and it didn't get him anywhere. It's actually true. As you can work out, Seth was here and he was just biding his time because he wanted to see Dolph Ziggler sign that contract, which is exactly what he had just done, but also he was waiting on someone else to arrive, and do you know who that someone else was? Do ya? That's right. Repo Man. Repo Man then stormed to the ring with his back. No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It was Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is back. That's right, the Lunatic Fringe. Worst nickname ever. But those two then stormed to the ring. They kicked everybody's ass. You know what? Dean Ambrose even gave Drew McIntyre his DDT. It was great. Ambrose has cut his hair as well, in case you are interested. And while you could probably argue this would have been better served at SummerSlam, it doesn't matter. I love seeing these two back together. And Raw needed Dean Ambrose. And now Dean Ambrose is back. That makes me a very happy chap. Which brought us to the end of the go-home edition for Raw headed into SummerSlam. And I actually thought it was quite decent, and I'm intrigued about what SummerSlam is going to bring, because there's more here in terms of Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I don't think we know everything that's going on. And I get like a double swerve here wouldn't make any sense. But when does WWE ever make any sense? If we come out the back of the biggest pay-per-view of the summer, and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman together, and Roman Reigns the bad guy, I ain't going to hate that. But let's wait and see. All in all, I am ready. I'm pumped for what's happening in about 5 days' time. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's episode of Raw. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you even watch it? Like, share, and subscribe. Then you head over to WhatCulture.com and you read yourself some articles, and you follow WhatCulture on Twitter. WhatCulture WWE. My name is Simon Miller. This was WhatCulture, and you've been watching Ups and Downs for Raw, the only show that tells the truth when it comes to Monday night TV programming. Even though a lot of people are like, oh, Simon, you're so positive, you love everything. Damn right I do, and that's why I've got a smile on my face, and I will do until the day I die and somebody puts me in the ground. And then, of course, I'll come back, because that's what The Undertaker did, and if he can do it, why can't I? Kapow.